Today I want to become a helicopter pilot so I can fly through the sky. There's just one problem. This enemy of mine wants to do that too. And unfortunately, we're both competing, so much so that now he has just arrived here. He said, I'm going to pass the tests and you won't. But what makes you think that you're going to pass the test and I won't when we're very similar? He said, just look at the place you call home. This house of mine really is very strange. The windows are strange, and it's a house that really scares me. But just because I'm poor doesn't automatically mean that I can't fly a helicopter. You can see that behind him there's a helicopter that is now coming here to pick us up. It landed right here. Okay, I'm very happy that now I'm finally going to have these lessons, so I'm getting inside here. He said, it's very good to know that you're getting along. That's not really what was happening, but now we're finally flying. We're going here to take the helicopter lessons. I will be the best pilot of all. It really is very cool to fly, but from what I noticed, he's going here to the island. It must be very nice to have a private island in the middle of nowhere, but now he has just left here. I wonder what the first lesson is. He said, first, you have to understand that friendship is everything. If you aren't friends, you won't be able to become pilots. I have no idea what he's talking about, but now he got into the helicopter. Are you serious that you just left here? Dude, you can't just abandon us in the middle of the island. This literally isn't a class. Look, let's be honest. We two are never going to work out. You will never be my true friend. He said, good thing you know that. How am I going to stay on this island with this guy? He really is completely crazy. But what is he doing? Now he picked up a chainsaw, and from what it looks like, he wants to cut down this tree. Okay, while he's cutting down the tree, I'm going to go back home. After all, our city is right next to this river, so I'm coming here very carefully, and luckily, I can swim. Wait, what is that? I'm seeing a shark here. I literally just found a shark. It really came toward me, but luckily, it ended up leaving. Actually, it didn't leave. It's close to us, waiting for us to step into the water so it can finally catch us. Okay, I can't leave through here anymore. Look, we have to find a new solution. You can see that he's having trouble cutting down the tree. Honestly, I don't know why he wants a piece of wood. How could that help us? Look, you got a lot of wood. He said, this is what I'm going to use to survive on the island. Well, I won't need that because I'm going to get out of here without having to sleep here tonight. I have to talk to someone to get me out of here, but I'm looking at the whole city. I noticed that this guy is spying on us. He really is doing all of this on purpose. And you can see that my island partner is building something. He must be building a place to sleep. So I have to do the same so I don't fail this test. Because at this exact moment, I'm being evaluated. If I want to become a helicopter pilot, I'm going to have to stay on this island for a long time. Now I'm coming here to get some wood. For that, I'm going to have to break this so I can finally build my house. A few hours passed, and you can see that he has already built a place to sleep. I'm still building here. Okay, this is better than nothing. I really am going to be able to sleep here until the next day. I do not want, in any way, to ask that guy for help. And that shark is still here. And now Big is calling me. But why are you suddenly calling me? He said, how was the test? Do you have to fly the helicopter in circles? Look, it's a little worse. I have to survive on an island with a totally random guy. Also, if you can, it would be really good if you could bring me some food, because I've been without eating anything for hours. And he said, but what kind of test is this? I know, this is very strange, right? I'm trying to sleep here, but the sand is pulling me down. Dude, it's very hard to sleep here. I'm getting crazier and crazier. And now you can see that Big is coming here. He has to be careful with the shark, because there's a shark right here that's going after him. Luckily, Big managed to get here. Okay, everything worked out here. And did he see the shark back here? He said, dude, there's a shark. Okay, now I know that he knows that, but luckily, you're alive. And from what it looks like, he brought this box. Okay, thank you very much for that. Now at least, I'm ready to stay on this island for a long time. Okay, first of all, I'm going to have to build a table so that all of us can have a proper meal. Okay, now there's a lot of food here. He said, who is that back there? I'm looking here, and you can see that there's a person watching us. He spoke very badly about me at the beginning, but if you want, you can come here. You're invited to have dinner with me. He said, I would never have dinner with you. Okay, if you don't want to come here, then you're going to miss out on this delicious food. There are a lot of cool things here on the table, and everything is going to be just for me. And now he really decided to come here. I knew he would come, because he's very hungry. I can't wait to finally leave this island that's here in the middle of nowhere. I really didn't think this was very good. How could this possibly help us? But now Big is going back here to his boat. There's just one problem. He can't leave here, because there's a shark here in front of him that is waiting for him. Okay, I'm going to have to distract the shark so that Big can leave. So I'm stepping here into the water, and you can see that the shark is already coming in my direction. Okay, it's better to get out of here. Okay, I managed to get out at the last second, and it worked. That really was close, and now it's closer to us than to Big. So finally he managed to get out of here, and it worked. Now he's back there on the island. Now a few hours have passed, and you can see that this helicopter is coming here, and finally we're going to be saved. I couldn't stand staying on this island anymore for a test that doesn't even make sense. So we're both leaving here, and we still aren't friends. To tell the truth, we're more enemies than ever. He said, at least you learn to help each other. But of course not. Now we're leaving. This was one of the strangest things that has ever happened. But now we're finally going to become real pilots. At least I hope that's what's happening. He's taking us to a place that has nothing. We really just arrived here at a place that is literally in the middle of nowhere. So we're both coming here. He said, now the class is to see whether you fly the helicopter well. It's going to be very simple. Tell me how this is going to be, because I'm sure that I'm going to pass. And he's looking at me and, once again, he's laughing at me. He said, I'm going to pass long before you. I doubt that. He said, you're going to have to imitate what I'm going to do. Then he went into the helicopter. I'm watching what he's going to do. Well, he just flew upward, and now you can see that he started spinning like this. This is very simple. Everyone who wants to be a pilot knows how how to do this. Then he just came back down. From what it looks like, he wants to go first. So he's coming here. I don't know if he's going to be able to pass the test. This is too easy to be true. He said, if it's easy, you're going to pass. Now he flew upward, and he's spinning the helicopter like this. And now he's going to have to land. And he did that very slowly. He really did very well on the test. And now it's going to be my turn. Okay, I'm coming here to take the test and prove to them that I'm very good. I'm going to have to just fly upward. And now I'm going to have to spin like this. And flying this helicopter is much cooler than it seems. Great, I did a complete spin. And now I'm going to have to come down here very carefully and in a very slow way to be very good. So the two of them are coming here. He said, go home. Tomorrow you're going to take the final test. Tomorrow will be the most important day of my life. So we're both going back home here on foot. Maybe it'd be better to call a taxi. He said, what a joke. Here I'm going to do my daily running exercise. So let's see who's faster. Now I'm getting ready to run. While he's running up ahead, I'm coming here as fast as possible. I really am very fast. And I easily ended up passing him. I'm the fastest person of all. And you can see that the police officer is passing by here too and is coming after me. But why is he coming here? Okay, I'm stopping right here and he's arriving here armed. Look, I'm not a vehicle. He said, you went over the speed limit and you're going to be fined. Dude, I can't be fined because I'm way too fast. After all, I'm not even a car. And now you can see that he's recording me. But is this guy really going to fine me? This is the strangest thing that has ever happened. I shouldn't get this fine just because I'm way too fast. That should only happen to cars. But now it's later. Even that guy went back home. But I hate living here. My house scares me a lot because there are scary sounds here and I can't even sleep properly. And Big showed up. Dude, you scared me too much. I thought you were a ghost. He said, have you become a helicopter pilot yet? Because I already want to travel. Big, this is a little harder than it seems. I passed 2 stages and tomorrow there's the final test. And the final test is going to be much harder than it seems. He said, you just have to pass the test. It's very simple. It really does seem like that's all, but I guarantee you it isn't. In the first test, I literally got stuck on an island. Now in the second test, it was easier. I just had to spin my helicopter. But now what is the third test going to be? And he just decided to leave. Not even he wanted to answer the question. Well, I can't sleep with the sounds in my house, so I think I'm going to watch a little television because this house really scares me. I prefer to watch television standing up because in my armchair there's literally a skeleton. This house is very strange, but now this journalist is showing up, but my teacher is showing up too. I'm really curious to know what he's doing on TV. He said, tomorrow there will be the final test. Do you think the two of them will pass when only one passes each year? And to make it worse, I'm famous in the entire country and there's a spider up here, but I'm going to keep watching this to see what he's going to say about me. But I'm sure that I'm going to pass the test. There's no way I won't pass. Now he received the microphone. He said, statistically, one of them should fail. That's what always happens. That really is very bad. Now we're on another day, and I'm getting ready for the test, which is definitely going to be very hard, but it looks like I'm getting a call that is exactly from my teacher. I have no idea where you are, but now must be the time for the test, right? He said, exactly, and the test will be individual. I just need you to come here. I have to go up the mountain, and from what it looks like, he's talking about that mountain. That is really very high, and very dangerous, but I think it's going to work out. I'll just have to drive this vehicle of mine up the mountain. There literally isn't much secret to it, so now I'm turning here, and this is going to be the final test to see whether I'm finally going to be able to fly or not. So I'm getting here, but I'm getting a call that is exactly from my enemy. Okay, I was expecting a call from anyone, except you. He said, did he happen to tell you where the test is going to be? I'm worried. I think the test is going to be a little later. Okay, I hung up the call. He really wasn't invited to take the test. So did he already fail? Okay, I just arrived up here, and the teacher is already waiting for me with this box. Tell me what's in this box. He said, use these virtual reality glasses and let's start the hardest test. Okay, I just picked this up. I'm wearing these glasses, and there are strange things in the city. You can see that there's a completely red path here. Actually, there are a million paths that I can follow. This is much cooler than it seems. Okay, I think I'm ready. He said, choose a route and complete it without making a mistake. And now he's wearing these glasses. But what happens if I choose the wrong path? He said, you obviously fail. And now this journalist arrived. I have no idea what he's doing here. I only know that now he's recording me. Okay, I can't mess this up. I'm going to choose the red path because it seems to be the easiest. I'm going to have to start by going through this square. I'm actually doing very well, but I really can't make a mistake and take the wrong path. Okay, I passed here. Now I'm going to pass through this other square, and it's starting to get a little harder. I'm starting to realize that I chose the hardest path of all. If I had chosen any other one, it would have been easier than this one. Okay, I'm passing through here, and everything is going very well. And now I can already see the finish line. And now finally, I finished this. Now I'm even going to stay right here because I want to know if I passed the test. I hope that I really passed. He said, congratulations, you passed. And now we don't need the other participant anymore. But what are you talking about? He hasn't even taken the test yet. I think that he should take the test too, because he's going to pass too. But now he's thinking. He said, okay, just because of you, I'll let him take the test and eventually fail. It's very good that he's going to take the test too. too. Now the two of them are in the helicopter. I can't believe that his plan from the beginning was for only one of us to pass the test. It's a good thing that I saw that and ended up changing it. Now we're both eating. This is very good. He said, do you think that he's going to pass the test? He'll probably pass. He isn't as bad as he seems. You can see that he's doing the same route that I did. This test is much harder than it seems. He even went under the bridge. He probably passed the test. And now you can see that he's arriving right here. Even I want to see if he passed. He said, congratulations, for the first time in history, 2 pilots were approved in the same year. And now he's laughing. And he said, I thought it was easy. This wasn't easy. Now a few days have passed, and I'm officially a pilot, but I'm getting a call. From what it looks like, my friend Big is calling me. Look, get out of here, because I'm not going to take you from your house to the market when you live right next to it. He said, why not? I'm your friend. Flying uses a lot of gas. I'm not going to use gas to go from his house to the market. This is very strange. Now after a few hours, it finally stopped raining, and you can see that this helicopter is coming here too. Okay, I'm turning around to talk to him. Dude, we're both pilots. He said, my helicopter is faster than yours, and I guarantee that it isn't. We're ready to have a race that is going to be the most important race of all. I just know that I'm going to beat him, and now it started, so I'm coming here in front, but our helicopters have the same speed. There's literally no difference. The only difference is that now I'm getting a call. Okay, I let him win this so I could answer my phone. How strange. They literally didn't say anything, but they sent this location on the map. I think I have to go there to pick up my client. The only thing that I found strange is that he didn't say anything. It's not normal for that to happen. From what it looks like, it's right here in this tunnel. But should I really come here? I'm a little scared, but I'm going down here, and you can see that this helicopter is passing back here. It came right here, and I'm getting another call. This time it's from this coworker of mine. Okay, you must have a good reason to be calling me in the middle of the air. He said, get out of there. There's a very strange van getting closer, and now a van just arrived here. Okay, I have to get out of here as fast as possible. There really are criminals in that van. He got out of there armed and is still trying to hit me, but luckily, I managed to escape. I'm running away from here as fast as possible. The most impressive thing is that it was this guy who helped me, so much so that he's here in front of me. It's strange that my enemy saved me. Now a few hours have passed, and he's landing his helicopter. He literally leaves it on top of the house, so he's actually pretty smart. I also leave it on top of my house so no one steals it. The only problem is getting down here. Sometimes that's very hard. And Big arrived here. He said, tomorrow take me by helicopter to the restaurant. Are you talking about that restaurant? And he agreed. Dude, that's very close. You don't need a helicopter. Now we're on another day. I'm taking my friend by helicopter to the restaurant. That's very close. But even so, I'm taking him here because he asks every day. If you want to add me on Roblox, you just have to become a member of the channel, and then I'll add you on Roblox.